So by the title of this video, you already know what's going on, and you already know that we're going to give you an amazing strategy on how to start a software company, on how exactly we started our software company. And once you're done watching this video, you can click the link down below and we'll actually give you a couple of funnel templates specifically for coaches, specifically for software, and one other random one that I'm also including there. So make sure once you're done with this video, you click the link down below into your email, and we will send you directly to your email. These are funnels that are already proven and already guaranteed to work. So let's get straight into this. So you're thinking about starting a software company. I mean, where can you go wrong? There's a lot. Trust me, there's a lot. So obviously, if you've seen my other videos, more specifically the one where I was explaining on how we start a course, you got to make sure there's demand, or there's actually some need or want for this software before you start investing a lot of money creating it, and more importantly, you start investing a lot of time trying to create it and market it. First thing you're going to need to know is, like I said, do people want it? The best way of doing this is starting like a Facebook group. And I apologize for this marker, it's kind of going out, but no worries. But Facebook group. Start a Facebook group with some sort of common interest, whether it be affiliate marketing, whether it be whatever, and find out exactly what people want. The way you do that is you ask for polls. Right, you send out polls out there and find out pretty much, you get a brief understanding on what people want, what people need, and what would help people out. So for example, what we did is we figured out, originally started with me, but what we figured out is that the ability to clone another successful landing page and paste into your editor for you to model after was extremely beneficial. We found that out first. In addition to that, we found out that people need templates, okay? People need a bunch of templates to kind of model after, to kind of get ideas and to kind of modify in their own way so that they don't have to spend hours and hours of time, and so that they don't have to waste a lot of money hiring somebody to make a little funnel for them. So what we did is we figured out that there was a need for it. So if you find out there's a need, check. Now, this doesn't always have to be on a Facebook group. You do something like Reddit, some sort of blogs or something like that, whatever it is. You find out if there's a need for it. Once you find out there's a need for it, obviously the second step is to build this software. You build it. You build this software, and chances are it's going to take some money. So, sorry if I'm hitting the mic right there, but you're going to probably need a little capital to build out that software. Probably gonna take some time. For me, I found some good helpers, found some good people that were able to help me build my software actually pretty decently cheap. Because you don't need to be a software engineer, you don't need to learn how to code complex stuff. Realistically, me, I can code a calculator, and that's just about it. I know it doesn't sound impressive, but that's about it. I could do a little bit of Java, I could do a little HTML, a little C, but realistically, the most I can do is make a calculator. So, what you need to figure out is you got to find a team that can build you this software. Once you find out there's a need, find a team that can build you the software. Next thing is where I kind of come in, where I really shine, is the actual marketing aspect of selling the software. The way we do that is, first, we need proof. We need proof that what we have works. And I don't know if you guys seen Alex Becker's channel, but he explained this very, very well. What Alex Becker said for his company Hyros is a Google and Facebook tracking analytic type of thing. He gave away his software for free for the first 2 to 3 months. Give it away for free. Away. The reason why he gave it away was to get testimonials, to get proof that it actually works. So his first 1 to 3 months, he lost a lot of money because it costed him a lot to necessarily start up that software, to run that software. So By giving away, yes, it will cost you a lot of money, but it will make your marketing aspects 20, 50 times easier. So, for example, what we didn't necessarily give it away. What we did is we made the software really, really gosh darn cheap. We made the software, our funnel copier, we made that super cheap. I think we were originally selling it for like $60. Right now we're selling it for $297, but we were able to get some results from that. We were able to get some people that are actually interested in buying our software for $60. And from there we were able to generate some testimonials because I was able to convince them that if I gave you this special discount or if I gave it to you for free, depending on what you're doing, that I would like a testimonial, obviously, a video testimonial back, just for providing them with immense value. So we got these testimonials. So we gave it away, check, testimonials, check. And the way you give it away isn't necessarily by running ads first. I mean, you could always do that, but what we personally did is we invited people to our little Facebook group, and through that Facebook group, we offered, hey, do you want to try our little software tool here, the ability to clone any funnel and paste into your editor? And people signed up for that. People wanted to try it out because we made the price so incredibly cheap, and we made this value so incredibly profitable for them. Gave it away, got testimonials. Fantastic. All right, so now what you want to do is you want to put all these testimonials on your landing page. Obviously. Once again, video testimonials are the best. You want to put all these testimonials on your landing pages, and now we're going to get to the actual part where we get to a little bit more profit. We're going to get to the part where we actually start running some basic ads, some generic ads for them to start driving some money, some revenue to recover that initial investment. Let me switch over my marker because this one's kind of going. Let's see if the black one works. That looks good. So use blue and black. All right, cool. So, running these ads, what we're going to do is, what we have found is that obviously video ads work the best. Cool. So we like to use video ads and memes, like a funny meme, or something funny, and maybe a quick little picture that kind of explains your software a little bit. So maybe a picture. We have these 3 type of ads, and we're going to want to test them. We're going to see which one works the best. For each one of them, the video ads, you're going to want to create at least 2 or 3 video ads. 1, 2, 3. Each meme, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And each picture one, you're 1, 2, 3. Just so you're going to test. You're going to test to see which one converts the best, which one's working for you. Okay? And what you're going to be doing is you're going to also be testing out these audiences. You're going to want to find specific audiences that work the best for you, that you can plug $1 in, you can get $5 out. The way we do this is simply by testing a shit ton of audiences. So what I personally like to use, I like to make sure everything is in order. So I use like Google Sheets or the Excel sheets or Google Sheets, so you can keep track of all the audiences that you're testing. You can keep track of everything that works. Generically, what typically works is something, for example, of if it's business to business. If it's business to business, what you can do is something like Tony Robbins as interest targeting. Tony Robbins. Then you can do another interest of like maybe Russell Brunson. Okay, so as I recorded this, I realized Russell Brunson and Tony Robbins might not have been the best example for business to business. What could work even better is, let's say you had a software that was a CRM for specifically credit repair businesses. Maybe you'd utilize something like Credit Karma or Dispute.com, then narrow it down to Facebook page owners, something that a credit repair business would more or less look at. Thank you, and I hope this helped. And you can narrow it down to like Facebook page owners. something like that. If it's business to consumers, depending on what your software is entailed to, you can once again do like Tony Robbins. And you can narrow it down to like CEO. Once again, you can also probably do it to here as well, but you can do like CEO, entrepreneur, something like that. Or if it's business to business. I mean, all these, once again, you're just going to have to experiment with. You're going to have to click one. You're going to have to click that little suggestions list down below and see what does the best for you ultimately. And business to business, we found that hitting Facebook page owners work really well, or business to consumers, hitting specifically like a CEO, entrepreneur, maybe once again Facebook page owners works really well as well. But that's something you're just pretty much going to have to experiment with and see what gets the most page clicks, what gets the most click-through rate, what's the best converting stuff for you. For us, what we do is we test out with initial like 3 different audiences. So audience 1, audience 2, audience 3, and we see what works the best in one specific geographic location. So for example, all of these can be like North America. Okay, we test these audiences to see what works the best. And let's say we get a conversion on audience 2. Let's say that one does really, really well. So what we do then is, we like to create out to North America. What we like to also do is like Italy, Canada, blah, 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 all these English-speaking different countries. And we like to create a bunch of different audiences based upon this audience too, based upon these different geographic locations. Okay? Just so we see which one kind of converts best and what's going to work with you. Because what we have personally found is that we got a shit ton of conversions in Italy for some reason. I mean, I don't know why in Italy they just love our software, but we get a lot of conversions in Italy. So that's something you're also going to want to test. Maybe even before that, what you want to test is pricing. So I made a video on this. You can search through my YouTube channel for this video on how exactly to split test different prices. It's not really too hard. What we split tested before is you split tested the difference between $297 and $197. And realistically, it's as simple as sending an ad out there to one to here and one to here. See what converts better. Because a lot of times a higher price thing will give it more value, and some people will be easier to, and it'll feel like people are easier and more convinced to go for a higher price, specifically because it seems like it has more value. It's a higher number. People are like, oh, it must be a better product. Whereas on $197, sometimes you might get like, maybe it's cheaper, maybe I don't want to spend that much money or something like that. Maybe get some pushback. Pretty much try to charge as much as you can until you start getting pushback. Once you realize that your numbers aren't so right, you're getting a little pushback, then once you realize that you start getting pushback and maybe let's say you were able to convert 100 people to buy it, so you raise the price again you add on extra $100. 100, and now once you raise an extra $100, you hit like maybe 90% of people were converting. Raise it again, add another $100. All right, let's say maybe out of that 100, maybe now an additional only 80% of people are converting. 100. Let's say you raise it again, get 70%. Keep on doing that until you get around the 80 to 70 range. This is where you're going to need to do the numbers and see what would be more profitable in comparison to your ad costs and the revenue you make to it. Because, like I said, as you increase the price, you might get less people to convert. Whereas when you decrease the price, you might get more people to convert. So you got to find that kind of generally around here, that little range where it just makes more sense to make it that price. And yes, that will take a little bit of math on your part, but as anything great is not going to come easily. I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to have to put in some work. Nothing just happens immediately. All right, cool. So now that we have a general understanding that we're going to need to split test stuff, we're going to need to split test the prices, we're going to need to split test the geographic locations, we need to split test the ads and see what works. Okay? Let's say that we have people buying our product. Let's say that we have people buying our product, or let's say we have, matter of fact, let's even better. Let's get before that. Let's say we have people adding this product to their cart, but they're not necessarily buying. What we're going to do there is add them to another audience. This audience is, we're going to call it add to cart, didn't buy. Right? Add to cart, didn't buy. That's going to be another audience right there. Maybe, typically what we see, the reason is because of two things. They don't really understand, or they don't know how to use a product, or maybe it's just a lot for them, or maybe it's typically what we've done is we made a demonstration of the product. So it's generally because what we found is that they don't understand how to use the product, they don't understand how it will value them, they don't value the product enough, or it's too expensive for them. Those are two things. So we're going to address those two really quick. So they added to cart and didn't buy. We're going to make a video. We're going to make a video pretty much demonstrating it. Demonstrate. We're going to demonstrate the ins and outs of the software, how to use it, all the templates that we have behind it, and just give them a brief understanding and provide them with value, maybe some numbers behind it, maybe some testimonials in it, just explaining that our software will help you with this, and this is how in this video. And once again, put the numbers behind it if you have numbers. All right? So a little demonstration there. All right? So obviously, this is going to be going to the same page. A little demonstration. Let's say they watched around 25% of this video, but they still didn't convert. What I would like to do, what I did, is I either like to explain more about the bonuses, okay? So what I did, for us, because we offer the funnel cloner tool and a bunch of templates, we put a little video here explaining the other templates that we have. We put in words like, you get this, you get this, you get this. Like, for example, the other templates that you get. Let's say that they saw at least 25% of this video, but they still haven't bought it yet. Well, now what I'm thinking is that maybe it's the price. Maybe it's too expensive for them or something like that. So what I would do then is I would create another video, okay? I would create another video, me in front of the camera, something simple and personal, right in front of each other, saying that, hey, I noticed that you didn't purchase, or I wouldn't use the word purchase. I noticed you didn't complete your order. What I would love to be able to do is I would love to be able to not lose out on this opportunity. So what I'd love to be able to do is offer you $100 off, or some sort of price off, or some sort of coupon off. I'd like to offer you 75% off, 25% off on our software, just so you can give it a shot. And here's our guarantee. Okay, so I'd like to give them an offer, so a coupon, and explain more about the guarantee. So like for example, if you're not 100% satisfied after 30 days, after 60 days, after 90 days, which is what we offer, if you're not 100% satisfied about this after 90 days, we don't deserve to get paid. So I'll explain the coupon, $100 off, and I'll also give the 90-day guarantee. Just so we give them every reason why they have to buy. We give them no reasons why they shouldn't. It should be a no-brainer by this point, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? So we have the audience that add to cart, didn't buy. What we also have is website viewers didn't buy. Another audience is website viewers. So put over here. Viewers didn't buy. So simplest, lamest terms, website viewer didn't buy. All you're going to have to do is include web visitors by pixel, so your pixel should be installed. I mean, I'm not going to explain in this video because that's kind of like Sandlot stuff, but pretty much based on pixel website viewers, pixel viewers didn't buy, so exclude purchasers. Once again here, didn't buy, all he's doing excluding it. Exclude it, all right? Exclude purchasers. This website viewers but didn't buy, what you're going to want to do is you're going to pretty much use these right here. Okay? So once again, the video demonstrates you're going to have a 25% bonus. And explain the bonuses there, just so we can entice them to actually purchase this as well. And this is pretty much all retargeting here. So whereas all these ads out here was going out to cold interest-based targeting or maybe a lookalike audience of 1%. Once again, I would create two different ad sets for that. So lookalike audience 1%, audience 2 to North America, blah, blah, audience 2 to Italy, blah, blah. But this one should be a different one, is what I'm trying to say. Okay? And those should definitely go out to the video ads, the meme, or the picture. Once again, find out which one works best. But so far you have the add to cart, didn't buy audience. You have the website viewers, viewers based on the pixel, didn't buy, exclude purchase. And these you're going to be sending them demonstrations and explaining more about your product and why this will benefit you. So, but one quick thing that I want to make super important to you, is super, super, super important, is that don't do dumb stuff when you're creating these ads. For example, when you are retargeting somebody, when you have, say this is Facebook, and on the feed here, you have these right column ads right here. And you have a little headline here. It's like 3 to 4 words. What I see a lot of times is that these 3 to 4 words don't make sense because they copy that directly from the original headline or the original post that they had. Maybe they just turned on like automatic placements or something like that. Make sure, what I'm trying to say is make sure you optimize for this. Make sure you optimize the picture and you optimize the headline. Because a lot of times I see an overcrowded picture that makes no sense. Or I see a headline that's kind of overcrowded and it maybe has the first 3 words of like your company name, like funnel copier labs, and that's it. Like, how are you going to sell something on that? And especially using automatic placements where 10% of your budget go to here, you're just wasting a shit ton of money because this, you're going to be putting an overcrowded ad, or maybe the headline doesn't even come in. No one's going to click that, is what I'm trying to say. So what I like to do is when I'm doing my retargeting ads is I like to run retargeting. So retargeting. I like to do right column retargeting based upon website viewers. I like to do Instagram specifically based on website viewers, and I like to do Facebook based on website viewers. The reason being that I do Instagram and Facebook differently is because, can you see this out? Yeah, you can. So Instagram right here, this is like the scroll feed. This is the little video right here. Okay? The reason why I do Instagram and Facebook differently, this is Insta, this is Facebook. Okay? The reason why I do it differently is because in Facebook, you have 3 lines of text above it. And then obviously you have text here, press learn more, whereas Insta, all you have is text underneath it. And a little, of course, learn more button or something like that down below. But on Facebook, you have the text up here, whereas Instagram, you don't have the text up here. So on Instagram, you're gonna have to edit these. You're gonna have to edit these videos a little bit differently, and specifically put a headline or an offer in the actual video, and the video in the thumbnail video, so that as soon as they scroll through this, they see the little text on top of it saying your offer, funnel copier, copy any, clone any funnel, something, Whereas the same thing over here, you don't need anything there. All you really have to do is over here is put yourself, and just have the little headline above there. But one other cool, super cool trick is that all these videos, 100%, without a doubt, need to be transcribed. 100% need to be transcribed. Because a lot of times what you see are people kind of just hovering their mouse over this, and they never really click to put the sound on. So 100%, so they still read it, have everything transcribed in there. So whenever you're saying something, have it transcribed. In addition to that, what I like to do is I like to put a little countdown timer. 1, 2, 3. So I'm like, I point to the side saying, turn on the sound. I'm like, 3, 2, 1. And I point out the sound and this way it entitles them, and I write that, and I specifically write that to turn on the sound, because a lot of people don't. Like I said, they hover over it. Another thing you need to keep in mind is that most of these people that are searching this out are mobile people. So when you're making these ads, make sure that they're very mobile friendly. For example, one great example is just recording it on your phone. Everybody has an iPhone, record it vertically. Everybody has an iPhone, everybody has that stuff. Record it on your phone. You have a beautiful camera right there, okay? This does not need to be crazy special. I really hope you guys, well, I don't hope you guys do it. What I'm trying to say is, it doesn't need to be, you don't need to have a marketing budget of $3,000 and up to really necessarily film these videos. Because the more professional, the more professional it looks, pretty much, the less eye-catching it is, because we're naturally trained to kind of avoid ads, because we see them all the time. So if you're scrolling down on our newsfeed right there, and we see something that looks like an ad, we're just going to scroll right through it. So whereas when you have your phone in front of you, or this way, and you're kind of just recording it, it's not going to look, it's not going to look like an ad, because it's just you in front of the camera. So what I'm trying to say is, keep in mind, people are naturally trying to avoid ads. And keep in mind that people are on their phones when they're watching this. And keep in mind one other cool trick. Down below, right under where placements are, is a little selection, a little box like that. And it says, Wi-Fi only. Or like, only when connected to Wi-Fi. Do me a favor. Check that button for me, all right? Check that little button right there. The reason being is because, let's say someone's using 4G. They're not necessarily going to be in a place to make decisions. The reason being is because chances are, when you're using specifically just 4G, you're on the bus, you're on the go, maybe you're driving, or maybe you're just taking a shit or something like that. Chances are you're not in the position, what I'm trying to say, chances are you're not in the position to make decisions and to buy something. Whereas when you actually have Wi-Fi, chances are you're going to be at home. Chances are you're going to be maybe at the office or something like that, pretty much in a place to make decisions. You'll be more comfortable. Okay, it will decrease your audience size drastically, but it's definitely worth it. Okay? So now that you understand that stuff, you understand, I explained the right column to you. I explained how to make the videos. I explained the retargeting. I explained the audiences that we had to make. Audiences, once again, add to cart, didn't buy. Once again, website viewers, website viewers didn't buy. Once again, lookalike audience of 1%, audience 2, audience 2. So lookalike audience to be based upon people that buy. Obviously, that's going to be the best. So you're going to have 3 lookalike audiences that we play around with. So the 3 lookalike audiences, just make some space here. The 3 lookalike audiences that we're mainly going to be using are, it's going to be bought purchasers, opted in, and you are also going to have website viewers. And you're also going to have, website viewers, So you have purchasers, opt-in, website viewers. Opt-ins, if you don't have an opt-in page, what you're also going to do, actually, add to cart. What am I doing? Add to cart, didn't buy, or whatever. Just add to cart. And all of these can be at a 1%. Okay? Obviously, once you kind of going through this, once you actually increase your budget, you can go to a 2%, you can go to a 3%. Okay, but by the time you get to a 2 to 3%, you're probably going to be spending at least $1,000 a day. Okay, so now that you have all that, one other thing I want to mention to you as well is when you are actually scaling these ads, once you find some stuff that actually works and you start scaling these ads, you're going to want to make sure that you're not scaling by too much. So let's say you're running $100 a day / day, and you immediately scale to $1,000 / day. Just pause a second. So what I'm trying to say is, spending $1,000 a day, it puts you into another audience. When you're in this audience, it puts you to the big ballers, is what I call it. The people that are really balling, okay? And these people can afford to lose money in the front end and make it up at the end of it. So, for example, specifically Russell Brunson. Russell Brunson, how he made his $100 million is he offered a course for $9.97. He offered a course to, I think it was like how to run ads or something like that, how to get local businesses. I don't know, I think it was like how to become an agency or something like that. He ran this course for $9.97, and a lot of times he would actually lose money. This $9.97 price was only just enough to cover the initial ad spend. So let's say he was getting people he spent $1,000 worth of ad spend a day. He was able to get one client into this course a day equals one client. Obviously, he's losing $3 there. A lot of times this would be even higher, okay? He would lose people on the front end to necessarily get them on the back end. So then after that, once he has the new client, he would upsell them on ClickFunnels, which is $97 a day, or not, $97 a month, or $297 if you have a premium agency account. So what he would do is he can afford to lose a little bit of money in the initial end to make it up in the upsell. And let's say, for example, for every 10 clients that he gets, he had around 6 to 8 of them purchase a membership of ClickFunnels for $97. So now he was able to, for every 6 to 8 people out of 10, he was able to get another $97 or $297, depending on what they use, to upgrade. And that was consistent to $97 a month. So, for example, Tony Robbins, or another example, Tony Robbins, his is a little different. He was able to afford a negative $500 to simply gain a client for his software on the front end, and on the back end, he was able to make it up within like 2 or 3 months. He was able to make it up because he was able to convert that client into like $1,500. So in 3 months from now, he would gain an extra plus. He's able to gain an extra $1,000 because, yes, he did lose money in the front end, but he made up like 3 to 4 months later because he would upsell them for something different. So once you kind of hit, pretty much what I'm trying to say is that once you hit this around $1,000 a day in ad spend, it puts you onto another level. It puts you onto a level where you are working with the big ballers, okay? So you don't want to immediately jump from $100 a day to $1,000 a day because you might just lose your shirt, okay? You might just hop on to $1,000 a day thinking your sales will 10 times or something like that, but it won't. What I recommend you doing is doing a 15 to 20% rule. So you're spending $100 a day, increase it by 15 to 20%. So 15 / day, a day or something like that, and see how it converts. One thing you can do is, you probably already know Facebook loves to spend your money. So when you are increasing the budget here, one problem that you could come into is instead of just manually increasing the budget and having to wake up at like 4 or 6 in the morning to make sure it spends it, make sure it spends it correctly. Because what I'm trying to say, what you probably are running into is when you are increasing the budget midway through a day, it's an aim to spend that money. It's an aim to make up for it for the day. So throughout the day, let's say this is ad spend here, and this is time. So 1 hour all the way to 24 hours in the day. Okay? Let's say you consistently go here, and right over here is where you up the percentage by 20%. Oops, 20%. Let's say you increase the ad spend by 20% right over here. What this is going to immediately do is it's going to skyrocket over there, and it's immediately going to spend a bunch. Or what it's also going to do is either you're going to see a skyrocket and consistently go up, or you're going to see at the end of the day, it's going to try to spend all that money at the end of the day. And this is not the best way to necessarily get more conversions because it sends out so much money at the end of the day. It's either like that. It's some sort of linear curve like that. But if it's doing like that, the pixel is not going to work properly. It's not going to be able to optimize itself and send the ads out to audiences that are most likely to convert and to become customers. Because if it's running like this, it's just going to mean to just spend that money as much as you can. So what I would recommend is instead of manually increasing this budget every day, what I would recommend is you put a rule. Okay? So I'm not going to show you exactly how to do this because you should know how to do this. This is the advanced course here, advanced stuff, expert stuff right here. Create a rule. Okay? Create a rule where it increases your budget by 15%/day. And what's really great about this is you can make a rule so that it increases the budget on certain ads that actually perform. So for example, if you're selling a $300 product, say you're selling a product for $300, let's say that you want to increase this budget on ad sets specifically that are able to make conversions at least $150. So you spend $150 in ad spend and you make a conversion. So what you would like to do, something very important, is you would like to make this budget increase by 50% if that ad set gets converts at $150. Oops. Or less than $150. At less than $150. So if an ad set you see that's converting at less than $150 because you're selling something for $300, then what you're going to want to do is have it automatically increase that budget so that you don't have to, so that it won't mess up its algorithm when it does it. Okay? That's a fantastic little cool trick that you're definitely going to want to utilize. Otherwise, like I said, it won't really work when you're expanding. What I highly, highly recommend, is that not you increase the budget. I recommend you let Facebook do its thing, and increase the budget for you in the very start of the day. So budget start. I don't know the exact times when Facebook necessarily runs its day cycles, but I'm pretty sure it's anywhere between like 3 or 4 in the morning. And a lot of people don't wake up, simply say it. A lot of people don't wake up at 3 to 4 in the morning. So instead, save yourself some snoozing and set a rule. Work with Facebook, okay? Work with Facebook. Cool. So now we understand that we need to create a bunch of audiences at 1%. We understand about the rules, how to scale it. And we understand all of that. We understand that we need to split test the prices, how to send the audiences out. And I'm pretty sure we're good. So at the end, now that we have a bunch of people converting and buying your software, what do you go from there? All right? Obviously, we want to respond to them, ask for referrals. So what I like to do is everybody that bought, for people that bought, we put them into a campaign. So campaign, a little nurture campaign of email, text messages, and voicemails. So let's say they bought. From there, what we can do is we ask for referrals and testimonials. So for example, if they bought it, we send them a series of email, SMS, text message, and I would even go as far as sending them a voicemail drop, a V-mail drop. Voicemail drop, explain this in plenty of my videos. It's a pre-recorded voice message or recording that gets sent to the voicemail without ringing. What we're going to do here is we're going to ask them to give us a testimonial in exchange for like a $5 gift card. Okay? A testimonial in exchange for a $5 gift card. A video testimonial, vid testimonial, maybe we're going to increase that to maybe a $20 gift card. So like Amazon, Starbucks, Dunkin', whatever you want to make, it doesn't really matter. Now chances are if they did that, they really like your product. Obviously, they really like your software. Chances are if they do that, we're also going to want to ask them to become an affiliate of your product. So if they recommend somebody to utilize your product and they actually sell them on that they do the work for you, they will get around, this percentage, they get around 60 to 70%. Right now we have our software set up to around, I think 60. No, I know 60. So once they bought, we ask them to become an affiliate and we ask them to refer other people to us. And if they do that, they get a sale. This is how ClickFunnels amplify the scale of their business tremendously. Go high level, scale their business. All these other softwares really scale their business tremendously. And once we have proof, obviously we want to be asking for more, even we want to do even more than just that. What we're also going to want to do is do a ClickBank. Because once you have affiliates, do up a ClickBank. ClickBank is pretty much a way to promote your software to affiliate marketers so that they can promote it themselves and earn commission. So definitely set up that ClickBank once you have proof that this stuff works. ClickBanks, there's a bunch of them, like Max Bounty, there's a bunch of them, okay? Cool. Let's say, let me just retract really quick, because I want to give you another piece of advice that actually helped me a lot. It's called native ads. So, for example, let's say that they added to cart, or let's say they simply we have an audience here, where they visit the website, site based upon their pixel cookie. What we can also do here that I like to do is run something called native ads. So you would download a little software. It's called AdRoll, or like Taboola or something like that, whatever. You would download something called AdRoll. You install the pixel on the site, and now you are able to, because of AdRoll, you're able to track these people along their entire internet journey and send these people ads on things like Quora. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't think that's how you spell it too. Quora is that website where people ask questions and other people answer it, but you're able to send these people ads. So like they have their little blog right here, blah, 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 their answers and questions and stuff. You're able to put little ads right there. You're able to send people to magazines. This is all through native ads. You're able to send these out to not only magazines, but you're also able to send it out to blogs. Okay? It's just a really good way to earn some extra profit by tracking them throughout their entire internet journey, and I really, really recommend setting this up. Of course, I'm going to make another video soon on how to necessarily set up this ad roll here, just so I can help you people out. But I really, really recommend doing that and utilizing that, because that's just more profit that you could be making. Plus, when you're able to, this is also works fantastic for coaches and consultants. So if you have a consulting agency, I recommend using AdRoll as well, because you're able to consistently send these people ads and consistently keep your brand on top of their mind, top of their brain. I know for a fact, like, you know, probably, I don't know if you heard of this, Kino Body. They're an online fitness instructor that sells courses. They do a lot of native ads, okay? And once again, it's just a good way to track them throughout the entire internet journey so you can get some more sales. You put it on the side of magazines here with your little thing, with your little whatever it is, and a little description maybe here on the side, or maybe put a description in the actual photo. And it's just a really good way to get some more sales. And I highly recommend that, and for them to keep you in your mind. But yeah, it's pretty much what you guys need to know. We have the bot campaigns. You ask on emails, text messages, and voicemails. What you could also do, you can go as far as if they opted in. If they opted in, you can ask them. You can send them. You can do an email campaign, email. You can do a text message and Vmail. Pretty much just bombarding them with more information. But you guys kind of get the point. You can with that, okay? So that's all for today, folks. I hope you learned at least one thing today. I hope this actually does help you help you make your software company just a little bit more successful. And it did. And if it did, please let me know, because it makes me feel good. Because it makes me want to make more videos like this. And if you have any questions whatsoever, if you want me to make a video on something specific, drop me a comment down below. I will respond to them all, and leave a like, subscribe maybe if you need to, but I'm not that type of person to like beg you to subscribe. Because if you truly value my content, if you truly think this will help you, you subscribe by yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on hacking, keep on funnel hacking, and peace out, baby.